Hey guys, what's up? Ruben here from the Midnight Garage. So I recently got the idea that I want to completely redo my JDM Honda CRX, and this video I'm going to start doing so. Now I'm going to focus a little bit on the suspension in this video, but I'm mainly going to focus on the exterior of the car. And as you can see, I already started because I used to rock some original tail lights with some ME edition side pieces, but I've swapped them all out for completely black tail lights. And yeah, now I'm going to show you guys some other things that I'm going to do. Since I'm going for a more performance-oriented feel with this car, that means that, well, even though I really like these automatic power folding mirrors, they got to go. Also, I got this roll cage online for 200 bucks. I instantly bought it when I saw it because I know a deal when I see one.
Look what just arrived. A new package. What could it be?
For those who know that this is a JDM style S2 CRX, and that already came with an SCR front from factory, which is really nice, but I've ordered a full Mugen body kit, and that means that this bumper setup has to go. Now, this Mugen body kit is not the real deal. It is, however, a replica body kit. It's made by Fiberworks, which is a small company in the UK. They make the best replicas that you can get for a Mugen body kit, and even though I really would like to have the real deal, I know that I'm at least going to trash the front bumper sooner or later, so having the best replica that is around worldwide is good enough for me. As for the livery, I'm going with the Illuminati confirmed V2 livery, which is the same as my JDM Toyota Syrah has. I really like how it turned out on my Syrah, and hopefully it's going to look good on my CRX as well. The only difference that I'm going to make is that my hood is from carbon fiber on my CRX, so I'm going to leave it partially in carbon fiber and partially wrapped with the Illuminati confirmed V2 livery. At the moment you might notice a lack of frame rate. That's because I lost all the footage of me test fitting the Mugen body kit. So whoops.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
Now the devil is in the details, and there were two details that I just wanted to get right with my CRX body kit that most people that put a Mugen body kit on the CRX just get wrong. The first thing I wanted to get right is the Mugen indicator lenses. These were optional from Mugen, but I think the front bumper just looks so much better. I made these out of polycarbonate myself, and they turned out really well. The second detail that I wanted to get right was the rear bumper mesh. Now, on a real deal Mugen bumper, the mesh is on the outside and it has these tiny round little holes. So after a lot of research, I finally found the right type of mesh. I made my own rubber strip around it, and I even put the screw holes in the right place as the real deal Mugen body kit has, just so everything's right. Most people that put a Mugen body kit on there, they put the mesh on the inside and it just looks off and it looks like a replica. So I'm very happy with that outcome.
Next up, I thought the car would look better without doors, so I just removed them, you know, for weight reduction. Nah, just kidding. I need to have the doors off to install the door caps. And I thought it would be easier to install the side skirts like this as well. Side skirt is on. Ooh, that looks good.
Door one, done. Well guys, bad news. I'm really annoyed right now because a great company like Grad Parts, they went all out of their way making parts for me, shipping it all across the world, just for me to meet the deadline on the CRX, only to have a local company, which I don't want to name right now, they basically lied about the stock levels they had, and they are now really slow on ordering it, which as a result makes me miss the deadline for the CRX. If you can see, it looks kind of empty in the warehouses because the CRX is the last thing standing here. It needs to be moved today, so yeah, we can't finish it here, even though I really wanted to finish the CRX as the last project in this old warehouse. But yeah, nevertheless, the next shot will be of the CRX being parked in the new warehouse. So 3, 2, 1. Yeah, new warehouse, and the side skirts are on. Very nice. So naturally, the next step is to remove everything again, because I put it together real quick for the move, and all the panel alignments, they're all off. So let's do that.
Boyd is here. He's going to help me with everything. Look at that excitement on his face. Oh yeah. Yep, much better. So Ricky just helped me. He helped me with removing the roll cage. Why did I remove the roll cage? Well, last time I put it in was just a test fit to see if it fits. It fitted. I have to make the holes now, and I have to make sure that the roll cage is mounted properly. But with everything off, it was just the best moment to do so. So that's what we just did.
Yep.
And then Ricky started drinking beer.
Boy, I love beer.
Well, with the roll cage out, I can install some other stuff as well, because I got this JDM seatbelt holder that would work a little bit better with the roll cage. But now that the roll cage is out, I can install it, so that's what I'm going to do first.
Very nice.
Boyd is putting the roll cage back. Boyd,
Yeah,
this is your first roll cage install, right?
yeah,
Do you like it so far?
no. Everything's under tension and whatnot. You really have to put in the roll cage first, put all the additional bars in, and then start drilling holes in the floor and whatnot, because it does take up a lot of slack if you don't put these bars in first. That's what my conclusion is, I guess.
Well, we're finally done. The roll cage is in.
Remember me. Of zo?
Nee, witness me.
Nee, het is remember me.
The doors work perfectly again. Now I can finally put everything back together for one last time.
And today I finally got the last parts for my coilover kit. This is the last things I need, so that means that I can put the front coilovers back together, and that means that I can lower the front, because right now only the rear side is lowered, and now I can do the front as well. So I'm very happy about that.
Right, so everything's on. I haven't attached anything yet. I just put it on there just to see how it looks, and I think it looks great. But I do have a small problem, which Boyd is going to show right now. Yeah, I probably need to space my fender out a little bit.
And now it's time to put the side skirts back on. I know that a lot of guys with Mugen kits on the CRX, they end up having rusted sills, so I've put an anti-rust coating on the entire sills, and then hopefully that should be good. But yeah, the only way I find that out is in a couple of years.
Right, the car's almost done. Now it's time for some finishing touches, and the first finishing touch for the car are some new mirrors. Now these are some spoon replicas. These are carbon fiber, but they are electric, and apparently I have to put them together myself. Ooh. I thought I would get them in one piece, but apparently not. These are some replica spoon ones, and these are really cheap on eBay. I found them, but the thing is, the people on eBay didn't want to ship them to Holland, so I had to buy them in Holland, and in Holland everything's a lot more expensive. So it turns out I've paid for these replica spoon mirrors that are electric roughly about $270, which is a lot of money, but hopefully they look good. Okay, the twinkle lens mirror has been installed. The mirrors are in one piece, so now it's time to install them. Alright, that does it. Let's see how it looks. Well, they do look good, but do they look good enough for $270? Not really, but fortunately for me, I sold my original power folding mirrors that were on the car before for $450, so in the end I'm in the plus. But if you could get them for eBay prices, they're fine. If you have to pay $270 for these, don't do it. Now, as you probably have seen, the mirrors had some very nice blue tinted glass. So Dylan was looking at them and he was like, Ruben, I think I can do something fun with the blue tinted glass. So he set off to France and he got me this. This is a very nice bag from Spoon Sports, because he went to Honda Fest, I believe, in France, and then he got some stuff. The thing I'm most interested in is this little box from Spoon Sports, but I'm going to show you that a little bit later. He also got me, let's see, some information about the rigid colors. Now I am interested in doing something about rigid colors because I think the idea is really cool. So I might do that in the future. And what's that? Oh, even more information about rigid colors. Very cool. Then he also got me a Japanese performance magazine with the Spoon Sports NSX on it. Very cool. And what's this? Kanpachi Dori. A Spoon Sports newspaper, I guess. Well, that's pretty cool. And finally he got me a manual hydration system, also known as water. Spoon Sports water. Pretty fun. But for now, let's talk about this little thing. Now, if you look at the blue tint inside box, you can probably guess what this is, but I'm going to show you right now. This is a blue tinted convex mirror, also known as a Broadway mirror. But if you look at the glass, you can see that it is signed. And this Broadway convex mirror has been signed by none other than Ichisuma-san himself. Now, Dylan could have easily ordered a mirror like this online, but he went as far as to travel all the way to France just to get this mirror signed by Ichisuma-san himself. And I think that's pretty damn cool. So thank you, Dylan. He even went as far as to film Ichisuma-san signing the mirror in question, which is even cooler. Now, he also filmed the NSX Type R, which has nothing to do with my CRX project, but I'm going to show a short clip from anyways, just because I can. Thank you, Dylan. Very cool. I'm very happy about this. Now, the installation itself is really easy. It's just some double-sided tape, which you can see right here. Just take the protective film off, go to your rear view mirror, and stick it on, just like that, and you're done. Now, one thing though, Spoon does not make these convex mirrors for the Honda CRX for some reason, but they do make them for the Honda Civic EK, and we checked, and it turns out that at least here in Europe, the Honda Civic EK hatchback mirrors are exactly the same as the Honda CRX mirrors. So, like this, we were done. This is actually not my old CRX mirror, this is actually an EK mirror, which I swapped out just to be sure, but they're the same, so it's all good. So if you have a CRX, you want to get a mirror for it, order one for an EK. While I was at it, I have also wrapped the mirror. It's now matching with the rest of the car, and it looks really good. I do have to put the seat kinda in gangster lean mode a little bit in order to see everything properly now, but I'm very happy with it. So now I got a nice blue tinted Spoon rear view mirror, I got a blue tinted roll cage, and I got some blue Spoon water, which I've already shown you, but I don't have a cup holder. So if only there were a company that makes cup holders for a Honda CRX. And luckily for me, there is. It's made by a company called Greg Parts, and I was very interested in this company when I first found out they existed, because what they do is they make replica parts with a 3D printer of small stuff that you can't really get from the dealer anymore. And next to that, they also make their own custom stuff, like what I'm going to show you right now. But I reached out to them. They sent me this nice little box, and we are going to unbox that right now. So let's see what they have. Let's cut it open. I am very curious to see what they have. They sent me some extra stuff so I can show it to you guys. Well, first up, that's the thing I was most interested in. This is the cup holder I was talking about. It's made out of an ashtray, and I don't smoke, so I don't need an ashtray, but I do need a cup holder, so this thing will fit right in between there. I'm going to fit that later on, but they sent me some other stuff as well. They sent me some replica CRX badges. Let's see. Well, those do look pretty good if I say so myself. They also sent me some small covers, some things for the parcel shelf. These were the things I was really interested in. I hope you can see this. These are the small, well, let me grab one out of it. These are the small covers for the screws for when you have original electric windows in the car. I'm just going to overlay that later on in the video so you can see it. But they make replicas of these as well, and these are things that you can't find otherwise anywhere because they're so rare. Then we also got a antenna delete, some non-smoker things, decals. They're gonna be on the car later on. And let's see, some manuals, I think. Yep, manuals for the parts. Yes, these were the screw covers I was talking about. And these are the things they are selling. Let's keep this a little bit so you can see it. They have some really nice stuff, and they're just adding to it as they go. So it's pretty damn cool, everything they have right here. Very nice. Greg Parts, please keep developing parts like this. Now that we're talking about 3D printed parts anyways, I got these sweet little Mugen badges with the kit, which turned out to be 3D printed as well. Now, these aren't made by Greg Parts, but the only guy I know that does actively make 3D printed CRX parts in the UK is Christoph, aka Hotstack. So if that was you, let me know. I think that's pretty cool if I rock one of your parts on this car. And the final little detail are these exhaust tips. Now, I wanted to keep the twin exhaust on the car, and I was looking for a cheap exhaust with the twin tips, but every cheap exhaust I found was like these big single exhausts, which I really do not like, especially on a Mugen kit, which you can clearly see had been designed for a twin tip exhaust. So for now, what I did was I got these staggered edges that you use to weld your own exhausts, and I riveted them on. And now the exhaust tips are slightly larger, and I think it looks good enough for now. They're gonna be overhauled completely in the near future, but you guys will see later on. Got some new license plates as well. Oh, and since the car clearly did not have enough decals just yet, I figured I'll just add some more. So what I did was put some more Midnight Garage decals on here and put some Midnight Garage tire stencils on there. And then I thought it was pretty good. So now the last thing we need to do is roll it outside so we can take a proper look at the car. And then I'm very happy.
The main thing is to be yourself. That you learn. The main thing is to make sure you learn through your mistakes, get better.
Now, I never thought I would say this, but with all the delays that happened with this car and with moving from the old warehouse to the new warehouse, I'm going to say it. That's it for today. That's everything I'm going to do with the CRX for this video. How long was this video actually? I think it's like 40 minutes or something. More like 25 minutes and 45 seconds. And you need to shave, come on, honestly. Oh, thank you Ruben from the future. Don't mention it. Now, the car is not done obviously. I still want to do a whole lot of things, but for something I wanted to do for fun in between, I'm very happy with the outcome. Now, the things that are planned with the car in the near future are upgrading the brakes. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. I wanted to go with the EP3 and Corrado brake setup, but a lot of people said I should go for spoon brakes because I got more spoon parts on the car and I have more blue parts on the car, so that would look pretty cool. And the most important thing is the engine, because a lot of people have been telling me to swap the engine, and I want to swap the engine, but I'm not sure about what I want to do. Now, I've asked this to a lot of people and everybody seemed to have a completely different idea on what to do with this car. Like, it ranges from a D15B NA to a K20 supercharged and everything in between, even four-wheel drive slots. Everybody has a very different idea of what I should do with this car, and everybody comes up with good arguments on why I should do that. So I'm very conflicted and I'm not quite sure yet. So if you guys have any cool ideas, post them in the comments. I will read it. Might just do that. You know what would be cool? If this car was built with the idea in mind that there would be a second car which would be built parallel to this car with the same design cues and similar features, just like this car, but it would not be a Honda CRX. Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool, and I don't think that would be foreshadowing at all, right? So yeah guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a like if you did and hit subscribe button if you want to see more videos with the Honda CRX, because there's going to be a part 2 anyways. And then hopefully we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Hey, pizza or ice cream? Ice cream. Oh, I made a mistake, I think. You ordered pizza? No, I fucked your sister.
Oh, dat escaleert snel.